Alright, so I am going to be putting these woodubends on the corner of this bookshelf. So my woodubends always break for some reason, but that is okay because they are made out of resin and sawdust. So when you heat them up with a heat gun, they get flexible and flimsy, so you can put them onto your piece correctly and straight, and you know. So I gotta heat this up and then put some glue on it. I just used some wood glue and a little brush. So let me go ahead and heat one of these up so I can show you. Damn, it's hot. So you can see now it is flimsy and very hot. So I'm just gonna take my glue and put it on. It's gonna go here. And then I gotta put the broken part right here. You're gonna want to take your heat gun and then go over it. Make sure it's nice and flat. Okay. And then the broken piece will go right there. Okay. Today I'm going to be using the new Dixie Belle all-in-one silk mineral paints. This is in shade Tide Pool. This is totally different from their chalk mineral paint. This has a built-in primer and a built-in top coat, and you do not use water with this one. So just put your spray bottle aside. So the thing with this paint is you don't want to overwork it. I watched a lot of videos, and you just want to kind of go over it once or twice. If it doesn't cover the whole thing the first try, then you can do it on your second coat. But you don't want to work it too much. That's what I've been told. This is new to me. I shook it up, so it should be good. I'm not going to use a wet brush. I'm just going to use a regular synthetic Dixie Belle mini. I'm really excited to see how this paint works. Okay, so this is called Tide Pool, and it is so pretty. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer. So you can put a little bit more on your brush than the regular chalk paint. Before this, I went ahead and used the cleanser, the White Lightning, just to wash it off. Ooh, this is nice. This is real nice. So you don't do any blending with this line of paints. If you're looking for more of a subtle, more like of a sophisticated look, then this is the line that you want. If you want to do a project that has lots of blendy colors in there, you want to blend with a whole bunch of different colors, then use the mineral chalk paint. But this is going on so nice and so smooth. Like I said, it has a built-in primer, built-in top coat, so I did not prime this, even though it is, I forget what kind of wood, but, so this went on, wow, the coverage of this, I'm not going to work it too much because I don't want it to pull up, but if you guys can see this coverage, that's one coat of paint. So that is one coat of paint, and the coverage is unbelievable. This is the color I'm using, the new Silk All-in-One Chalk Paint. I'm sorry, the All-in-One Silk Paint. Look at how amazing that coverage is. I'm like shook. I'm in Seattle, Washington, and we are snowed in. So I'm going to be painting a few projects this weekend. Just remember to take long strokes and not short small strokes, because you want it to be nice and even, because it's not a chalk paint, it is a silk all-in-one paint, and you want to try to get it as even as possible. When you're getting towards the end, you want to make sure you are using a light hand and using like a feather technique to blend the paint together and not overwork the paint, because you don't want the paint to lift up, like I have mentioned before. So I am really impressed with this line. This paint goes on so smooth. As you can see, I am still getting used to this paint. It is my first time using it, and I'm just trying to do what everybody is saying, just long strokes, using a light hand, and just really working that paint in, but not overworking it, if that makes sense at all. If you do see any of the wood coming through, don't worry, you can go and fix that on your second coat. just love how paint can make something look so much better. Like this wood color is so ugly, and a coat of paint, any kind of paint, especially this paint, the new Silk All-in-One paint, is amazing because it has a top coat and the primer in it, so you don't have to do anything. You can just slap a coat or two of paint on your project and then you are done. You are done. So I will try to get it up close for you guys, but once you put the paint over the woodubend appliques, you can't even notice there's any cracks or that it was even broken. The paint will cover that right up, so don't even worry about that. It's gonna look perfect and fine and nobody will even notice. And then I'm just gonna finish off with this bottom lip right here. You guys, what a big difference that makes, right? So pretty. Got the woodubends on here, on the sides for extra little pop. Move that light so you guys can see it. There we go. All right. So again, I use the Tide Pool All-in-One Silk Mineral Paint by Dixie Belle. I will be putting on a second coat and show you guys what I do with this project after I have the second coat on. I'll be definitely putting like gilding waxes and stuff on the woodubend pieces. So that will probably be over on my Instagram page when I'm done with putting the second coat on and after it dries and stuff. But what a difference. Like that paint is amazing. Wow. Like I'm super impressed. So anyways, if you want to see how this project looks when I'm done, my Instagram page, it's Vintage Junk to Funk, and I will see you guys later. Be safe, have fun.